The low oil prices and low demand for Kazakhstan goods affect the economy. The whole economic bloc of the government fights for financial growth. Today, Nursultan Nazarbayev brought the cabinet and the National Bank for a meeting where a difficult situation in the economy was discussed.
Наступает время очень сложной, серьезной работы.
This time when very hard and serious work should be undertaken, the intellectual and professional job, when the quality of every member of the government employees, every minister, and every participant of the economic life of the country will be tested. We managed to cope with more difficult situations and in worse time. Now it is different. Not only financial sectoral crisis affected the country, but all factors. This has not happened. That is, there should be a different approach.
Задел все промышленные предприятия Казахстана. Почти все. Вот такого еще нам не было. То есть совсем другой подход должен быть.
The priority is to support the key sectors of the economy, says the president of the country. And the economic minister has promised that after 2 years that the government will exit from the shareholder of companies. Domestic oil companies will support the revising of export customs duties. However, Kazakhstan will have to adopt to the oil price of $30 to $40 per barrel. Meanwhile, the global economic processes are reflected in the country's GDP. It fell by 1.5%. The devaluation of the Russian ruble has affected the situation. The food industry and the agricultural producers are suffering due to the neighbor's currency depreciation. In addition, domestic demand fell for the products of such industries as machinery, building materials, pharmaceuticals, and light industry. However, the government plans to help them. Today, of course, all negative scenarios that happened before are possible for manufacturing industry, and after, the situation is difficult. In the steel industry, we will of course focus on it because of Arcelor's difficult situation. We have an anti-crisis plan for it, and a turnaround plan, and if civil liability falls by 20% this year, we hope that in the next 3 to 5 years, the situation will stabilize. In addition, budget funds are also used inefficiently. 73 billion tenge weren't developed within the Joly program. Now, according to the Deputy Prime Minister, Bakijan Sagantayev, they will be directed for the construction of roads and modernization of housing and communal services. In agriculture, food sectors, due to falling of the ruble in Russia, milk producers, poultry farmers are now experiencing difficulties. Prices are lower than ours. Therefore, we will use the funds that were previously allocated to subsidize crop. From 2013, we increased additional funds up to 15 to 18 billion tenge. All these processes affect the budget. The finance ministry now decides how to cut expenditures. As a part of the revised budget, we have to optimize costs. We also decide jointly within the administrators on efficient cost and what can be optimized further. We propose to have a budget only for those expenditures that create jobs. We are now considering different models, and major expenses are in the transition of a service model. And not to bear the cost, we offered to transfer them to outsourcing. The government should prepare in a short time for a plan of the salvation of Kazakhstan's economy and to submit to the president at an enlarged meeting of the government.